Hi friends, this video is to give you an overview of UPSC Civil Services exams. If you have already given the exam or if you know what is the pattern, what is the syllabus and everything about the exam, then this video is not for you. You can skip the video. And if you are very new to the exam, you want to clear UPSC Civil Services exam, but you are very new to it, you are a clean state, you do not know the process of the exams, then this video is for you. We can see a bird's eye view of what is UPSC Civil Services exams. I'm Uma Maheshwari, a teacher, banker, software engineer, and a passionate learner. I have cleared Civil Services exam 2018. There are three stages in Civil Services examination. The first stage is preliminary examination. It is of objective type, and this is mainly to select people for the mains examination. The preliminary examination is a kind of filter. So if around 10 lakh people they apply, for prelims only 10,000 to 12,000 people would be filtered out. So this is a kind of filtering out of the right candidates. So the first stage is preliminary, and it is the most difficult because the competition is so high. You can imagine from 10 lakh to 10,000. See, so the second stage would be mains. It is descriptive type. Again, this is the main battle. The services and the ranks are mostly dependent on how much you score in the mains examination. So once you clear the mains examination, you will be called for a personal interview, which is the third stage. And here the personality test is done. So let us discuss the first stage, prelims. The preliminary examination is composed of two components. And the first one is general studies, and second is CSAT, aptitude test, which comprises of maths, English, etc. And the important thing is that this will not be counted for your score. It is a qualifying paper. You have to qualify for it. That is a minimum number of marks. Out of 200, if you have scored 67, then that's it, nothing more. And GS, this decides whether you clear the preliminary examination or not. General studies, and both the things hold 200 marks, but for general studies 100 questions are asked. In CSAT 80 questions as of now are asked. This is the pattern as of now, and UPSC may change it. Please do read the entire notification which comes when you apply for the preliminary examination. And as we saw, preliminary examination is a screening test only to filter out the right candidates, and the marks obtained in the prelims exam who are declared qualified for the admission to the mains examination will not be counted to determine the final order of merit. That is, it will not be counted for the final ranking to allot the service. The preliminary examination score is mainly to get an admission to the mains examination and not to get into the final service. And as we saw earlier, 12 to 13 times the number of vacancies would be selected. That is, if the vacancy is 800, then almost 10,000 people would be selected to write the mains examination. And the important point is there is negative marking for incorrect answers. 1 by 3 marks would be deducted for every incorrect answer. So you must be very careful when you're taking wild guesses. And this is the syllabus of prelims. Please do memorize it. And this is for paper 2. And this mostly holds about the maths, basic maths and English. And so many passages, comprehensive packages passages are asked, and you have to write choose the answers for those passages, and at the end there will be some questions. And these are actually simple. If you are an engineer, this is very simple because you would have learned so many aptitudes and logical reasoning and analytical questions. And if you are not from engineering background, even then it is easy for you because you have to score just 67. So I would suggest you that you can daily solve 10 questions if you are from non-engineering background for CSAT. You can even solve the previous year questions. And for mains, after you clear the preliminary examination, you have to submit the DAF, that is detailed application form, before the cutoff date. And when you attend the mains, you will have 9 papers And they'll be of conventional essay type, which are descriptive papers, and out of which two papers will be of qualifying nature. The two qualifying papers are English, English language and any Indian language. So your native language you can choose. And the main exams mainly test the candidate's academic talent in depth and his or her ability to present his or her understanding according to the requirements of the question in a time bound manner. Yes, because it mainly looks for three main things: how crisply you present, how coherently you answer, that is the flow of the answer, and how clear you are, that is clarity. So, crispiness, coherence, and clarity. All these three are majorly tested in your mains exam. And this is a precise syllabus for mains. So, essay, you can also write it in your own medium. And for general studies, one, it will cover history, geography, and society. See, this is very crisp. There is a detailed syllabus. Please do take a printout of it and place it in your study table and revise it and memorize it. Okay, mug it up, and that is very, very important. So the first GS1 is regarding history, geography, and society. GS2, it covers polity, governance, and international relations. And GS3, it is actually very vast. It covers so many topics like technology, economic development, agriculture, biodiversity, environment, security, disaster management. And so mostly all the factual type of questions will be coming in this, because for such in this paper, when you begin your introduction, you have to start with the fact. So all the facts which you have collected for prelims will be useful for your GS3. And GS4, it is to test your ethics, integrity, and aptitude. There will be some questions and also some case studies. And you can have a very good hold when you write this series. And these two optional subjects, paper 1 and paper 2, they are very important and they decide whether you are a winner or loser. So please choose your proper and right optional which will suit you. This is very, very important. And once you have cleared the mains, you will be called for a personality test and a personal interview. And the number of candidates for the interview will be twice the number of vacancies. If there are 800 vacancies, 1,600 candidates will be called. And the interview will carry 275 marks. And there will be no minimum qualifying marks like in mains or prelims. And the marks obtained by the candidates in the main examination, that is written part of the mains plus interview, the total score will be taken to determine their final ranking. And based on the final ranking, services will be allotted. And the services allocation also depends on the preferences which you have given in your DAF. And coming to the interview, interview is an assessment of not only intellectual qualities, because your intelligence, academics, and other things are tested in prelims and mains. So this mainly tests your social traits and your interest in current affairs and about your general awareness. And some of the qualities which were judged by the interview panel are mental alertness, critical powers of assimilation, clear and logical exposition, balance of judgment, because when issues are asked, how do you balancely answer them, and a variety and depth of interest, and ability for social cohesion and leadership, and your intellectual and moral integrity. Because the civil servants are mainly intermediaries between the government and the public. So they have to be excellent with respect to mental alertness, communication, and expressive and in social cohesion, and they should have uh, proper leadership skill so that they can manage situations and crises at the most efficient manner. And the technique of the interview is not of a strict cross examination, not cross examination, but a natural, though directed and deliberate conversation which aims to reveal the mental caliber of the candidate. So, this is about the prelims, mains, and personality test in the most precise way I have explained you. Please do read the entire notification to have a clear knowledge of it. And also, please, if you don't have a strategy, please do see my video on the most simple and smart strategy to clear UPSC civil services examination. Yes, we have come to the end of this video. Hope this is useful for you. Have a nice day. Thank you.